Sooner Scoop HD.
Josh McCuistion of Soonerscoop.com here at Durant High School with Oklahoma defensive line offer Xadavien Sims. Big man, kind of getting your first year in Oklahoma high school football. We were talking a little bit off camera. What's his first year been like? What kind of adjustments have there been?
It's been a lot of adjustments, playing a lot more on the offensive side of the ball, moving a lot on the defensive line, but overall it's been pretty good for the season, I would say.
Now, you look like you've almost leaned out a little bit. Is that something that's been a focus for you?
I mean, that's what a lot of people have been saying. I haven't really noticed it, but yeah, I have been losing just a little bit of weight. Dropped about 10 pounds over the past season, but I mean, I guess that's just normal though. But,
Have you adjusted to people like me noticing stuff like that? I mean, that's got to be a weird thing when people are like, you look leaner.
I ain't noticed it, but I mean, we've been putting in work in the weight room, so I mean, like, I definitely be getting a little bigger and, definitely leaner though. But I feel it.
Okay. Well, how's your junior year gone so far? I mean, how's everything played out? How do you feel like you're playing?
I mean, I think I'm playing well. There's always room for improvement though. Started off a little shaky at the beginning, had a little injury, but overcame that, and I think I'm going pretty well for the season on both sides of the ball.
Beyond that, obviously, you're recruiting plenty of that. That's always got to be there a little bit. What, where do things kind of stand for you now? Is it just still getting to know coaches better, or what's the step for you at this point?
Yeah, I'm still getting to know schools. A lot of new schools reaching out, building connections with schools, building deeper connections with schools. Like, I think I've been getting a lot closer with Michigan for sure, and other schools like that.
As you look at all these schools, I mean, obviously you've got a lot of great options. You can go a lot of different places. There are, most of these schools that you're looking at are huge programs, great facilities, great coaching staffs, all that stuff. So how do you start separating? Is it just kind of the personal relationships?
It's definitely about relationships because, a coach could really go to any school at any time. So it's about relationships and how I would develop there to get to the next level and how it can make me a better person school-wise and athletically.
Now, I know we talked. You went to Oklahoma for the UTEP game. Now, have you been anywhere else, or am I forgetting?
I did go to the Texas and Bama game, and those are the only two games I've been to so far.
Okay. Now, obviously, very, very different atmospheres, very different kind of game types. I guess we'll start with OU and UTEP. What was that like? And, just seeing, I don't think that was your first game up there, but just getting a feel for that campus and the kind of atmosphere.
It was the first, when I went up there, it was everybody's first game that came from Clemson. Okay. So, it was a great feeling and it was real live, always like OU is. The fans are great, the atmosphere was great, and it was a great experience overall.
Now, being here in Durant, are you getting more pressure about going to Oklahoma? Does that come up more than it used to?
Oh, yeah, all the teachers, the principals, they're all OU fans, They get mad at me if I wear, Texas stuff, they're all OU fans here, so it's definitely a lot of, pressure and stuff when it's time to make my decision.
Sure. Well, and speaking about the Texas stuff, what was that Bama visit like? I mean, I've got to think that was a pretty great experience.
Oh, yeah, it was definitely a great game, and I loved it too. And I'm definitely looking forward to getting to some more games around the country, like maybe a Michigan State game or a TCU game in other schools that I have a deep connection with.
Okay. Now, with Oklahoma, are you talking to lots of people on that staff? Is there one guy that you primarily spend time with? What's that kind of like?
I'm definitely spend a lot of time talking to Coach Bates, Coach Venables, but when I make a trip down there, I'm talking to the whole staff, and the whole staff is, making conversation with me and stuff like that, and that's what's really great about the program.
Okay. With Coach Bates, he seems like he has a different style than most recruiters I've come across. What's that like? I mean, it seems it's not like, oh, we're going to get you. And I'm sure he talks about that. They've got NFL production, that kind of stuff. But it's just a different style. What is it about him that guys seem to like?
Coach Bates, he's real chill, but he's real I think he's very serious, a very passionate man about what he does, and I think he can really develop me and develop all his players that are there. And he's just chill, Coach Chavez, he's all over the place, but Coach Bates, he's chill, but, real eager when he needs to be. I've seen that, though, in him.
They seem kind of an opposite-attract kind of deal. They're very different people in personality. But now, kind of final few questions. I'll let you get on. But with you talked about, you're still hoping to take some trips and that kind of stuff. And it doesn't sound like anything's definite for you right now. But what is kind of the next step for you? Is it trying to get it down to 10 or 12, just kind of so you can zero in a little bit more on the schools you're going to be serious about?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really sure like when I'll start making, but I'm still trying to build that list as the season goes and put that film out there and show, really everybody what I can do and how great of a player I really am and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure when the time comes and what I feel like I need to do, I'll start narrowing down that list and ultimately choose where I would like to go.
Okay. So right now it's still about finding kind of who your options are going to be.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense. And I guess just as a last question, I mean, is there, kind of speaking to that, is there a school that maybe you're hoping is going to get involved, maybe somebody you grew up liking, anything like that?
I mean, my whole family, they're Bama fans and stuff like that. I'm from Bama, so, they like that. Like my grandma, she really likes Michigan State. She likes Coach Tuck. And, I mean, I'm just interested in any school that's interested in me, really, at this point. And hopefully more schools will see what type of player I am and see how I can help their team in the future. But, I mean, I don't know.
That was a perfect political answer right there, man. You're hoping to anybody that wants to talk to you. Okay. Well, again, this has been Josh McCuistion at Soonerscoop.com here with Xadavien Sims.
Sooner Scoop HD.